Have you ever wondered how a nation built entirely by immigrants, from Italy, West Africa, Mexico, Germany, and beyond, ended up with a food culture that's completely, unmistakably its own? Some of America's most iconic dishes were born out of poverty. Others were pure accidents. One started because a chef ran out of clean plates. Another began as a woman's late-night act of revenge against her cheating boyfriend. Today, we're counting down the 20 most famous foods in America and the true, surprising stories behind every single one. This is the story of how America learned to eat. This isn't just a list. It's a journey across 4 centuries and every region of the country. From the smoke-filled pits of Texas to the fishing docks of Maine, from Creole kitchens in New Orleans to Nashville's most infamous act of revenge, each of these dishes tells us something about who Americans are and where they came from. We ranked these 20 by one simple standard: how deeply are they woven into the American identity, at home and around the world? Let's start at number 20. Number 20. Nashville Hot Chicken. Legend has it that in the 1930s, a Nashville woman named the Prince family tried to punish her boyfriend Thornton Prince for staying out too late with other women. Her plan: fry his chicken with an outrageous amount of cayenne pepper. Thornton took one bite and loved it. He turned her revenge recipe into a business, and Prince's Hot Chicken Shack is still run by his family today. What began as one woman's punishment became one of the most iconic dishes to come out of the American South. Number 19. Key Lime Pie. Down in the Florida Keys, fresh milk was once nearly impossible to keep cold. So local cooks, many of them conchs, descendants of Bahamian and New England sailors, turned to a newly invented product: canned sweetened condensed milk, mixed with the juice of small, intensely tart key limes. No baking required. It became the ultimate island dessert. Today it's Florida's official state pie, a direct edible record of life on a remote 19th century island chain. Number 18. Grits. Long before European settlers arrived, the Muskogee and other native peoples of the American South were grinding dried corn into a coarse meal called rockahaminy. Colonists adopted the technique, added butter, cheese, and salt, and grits became a breakfast staple across the South. It's a dish that survived because it's cheap, filling, and endlessly versatile. Served plain at sunrise or dressed up with shrimp for dinner in Charleston's finest restaurants. Number 17. Biscuits and Gravy. This dish comes from necessity, not luxury. In the late 1800s, Appalachian farmers and lumber camp cooks needed a breakfast that was cheap, filling, and could feed dozens of hungry workers before sunrise. Flaky biscuits made from lard and flour, smothered in a peppery gravy built from pan drippings and sausage. Nothing was wasted. It's humble, working-class food that has since become a beloved comfort dish served across the entire country. Number 16. Jambalaya. Jambalaya is Louisiana's answer to Spanish paella, reinvented by Creole and Cajun cooks who didn't have access to the saffron that traditional paella required. Instead, they used tomatoes and later, in Cajun country, a dark roux for color and depth. French, Spanish, West African, and Caribbean cooking traditions all collided in one pot, creating a rice dish that varies from household to household but always tells the same story. Louisiana's culinary heritage is a genuine melting pot. Number 15. Gumbo. The word gumbo likely comes from a West African word for okra, a vegetable enslaved Africans brought with them and used to thicken stews. Add French roux-making technique, Spanish seasoning traditions, and file powder from the Choctaw people, and you get a dish that is quite literally a recipe for Louisiana itself. African, French, Spanish, and Native American traditions simmering together in one pot for generations. Number 14. Lobster Roll.
Nummertecken 14. Lobster Roll.
Believe it or not, the Lobster Roll's most cited birthplace isn't Maine. It's a small restaurant called Perry's in Milford, Connecticut, back in the 1920s. Lobster was once so abundant along the New England coast that it was considered poor man's food, even fed to prisoners and servants. It took decades and a growing appreciation for simplicity for the toasted bun, butter-drenched lobster roll to become the luxury item it's considered today. Number 13. New England clam chowder. Coastal Native American communities were cooking clams long before European ships arrived. French and British settlers added cream, salt pork, and potatoes, creating the thick, hearty chowder that became a staple for New England fishermen. Its rival, the tomato-based Manhattan clam chowder, is so controversial that Maine once considered a law banning tomatoes in chowder altogether. Food rivalries, it turns out, are as American as the dish itself. Number 12, Reuben Sandwich. Two cities claim this one. New York says it was created at Reuben's Delicatessen by Arnold Reuben himself. Omaha, Nebraska says it was invented during a 1920s poker game by grocer Reuben Kulikowski, who needed a late-night snack for his card-playing friends. Corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and Russian dressing, grilled between slices of rye. Wherever it truly began, it's become a defining sandwich of Jewish-American deli culture. Number 11. Tex-Mex, tacos and burritos. In the late 1800s, women known as San Antonio's chili queens set up outdoor stalls in the city's plazas, selling chili, tamales, and other dishes to hungry crowds late into the night. Over generations, Mexican culinary traditions blended with Texan ingredients and tastes, creating an entirely new cuisine, Tex-Mex. Today's crunchy tacos, flour tortilla burritos, and cheese-smothered plates are distinctly American inventions, deeply rooted in, but distinct from, traditional Mexican cooking. Number 10. Chicago Deep Dish Pizza. In 1943, Ike Sewell and Rick Ricardo opened a small restaurant called Pizzeria Uno in Chicago. Rather than copy the thin, foldable pizza of Naples, they built something entirely new. A thick, buttery crust pressed into a deep pan, layered with cheese first and chunky tomato sauce on top. Critics called it more casserole than pizza. Chicagoans called it genius, and 8 decades later, the rivalry between deep dish and New York-style pizza is still very much alive. Number 9. Philly cheesesteak. In the 1930s, South Philadelphia hot dog vendors Pat and Harry Olivieri decided to try something different: thin-sliced beef grilled with onions, stuffed into a long roll. A cab driver smelled it and asked for one instead of his usual hot dog. Word spread fast. Cheese, often the processed kind, Cheese Whiz, was added decades later, and Pat's King of Steaks still stands on the same South Philly corner, arguing with its rival across the street about who does it better. Number 8. New York-style pizza. Italian immigrants brought Neapolitan pizza-making traditions to New York in the late 1800s. In 1905, Gennaro Lombardi opened what's widely considered the first licensed pizzeria in the United States, on Spring Street in Manhattan. New York-specific water, ovens, and cooking style produced a thin, foldable, wide slice unlike anything in Italy. A genuinely new dish born from old-world technique meeting a new American city. Number 7. Buffalo wings. In 1964, at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, Teresa Bellissimo needed a quick late-night snack for her son and his hungry college friends. She deep-fried leftover chicken wings, a cut usually thrown away or used for stock, and tossed them in butter and hot sauce. What started as a way to avoid food waste became one of the most ordered bar foods in America, spawning an entire industry of sauce flavors and wing-eating competitions. Number 6. Mac and cheese. Thomas Jefferson himself is often credited with popularizing this dish in America, after encountering pasta and cheese during his travels through France and Italy, later serving it at a White House dinner in 1802. It stayed a special occasion dish for decades, until 1937, when Kraft introduced a boxed version during the Great Depression, advertised as a meal for 4 in 9 minutes. It became one of the most enduring comfort foods in American kitchens. Number 5. Fried chicken. Fried chicken is a genuine fusion dish. West African cooks brought deep frying and bold seasoning traditions, while Scottish immigrants brought the technique of frying chicken in fat. Enslaved cooks in the American South combined both, creating the dish we know today, one of the few foods enslaved people were permitted to raise and sell themselves, giving it deep roots in black entrepreneurship. It later went national and global through chains like Kentucky Fried Chicken, founded by Colonel Harlan Sanders. Number 4. Barbecue ribs. American barbecue traces back to indigenous smoking techniques and the Spanish Caribbean word barbacoa, but it was African American pitmasters, many of them enslaved cooks assigned to slow smoke meat for plantation feasts, who truly built the American barbecue tradition. Over generations, distinct regional styles emerged: Texas beef, Memphis dry rub, Kansas City sweet sauce, Carolina vinegar, each one a direct descendant of that same black culinary lineage. Number 3. Hot dog. German immigrants brought the Frankfurter, or Wiener, to America in the 1800s, and it found its true home on the boardwalks of Coney Island. In 1916, Nathan Handwerker opened Nathan's Famous, selling hot dogs for a nickel, half the price of his competitors, and started a hot dog empire that still hosts the world's most famous eating contest every 4th of July. From German sausage to American ballpark staple in under a century. Number 2. Apple pie. Here's the twist. Apples aren't even native to America. European colonists brought both apple trees and pie baking traditions with them, and pioneers like John Chapman, better known as Johnny Appleseed, spread orchards across the frontier. The phrase "as American as apple pie" only became popular in the 20th century, used in wartime advertising to symbolize home and comfort. A dish built entirely from imported ingredients somehow became the single greatest symbol of American identity.
Raute 1 Cheeseburger, Hamburger.
And here it is, the most famous American food in the world. At least 4 different towns claim to have invented it: New Haven, Connecticut; Seymour, Wisconsin; Athens, Texas, each with their own devoted local legend. What's certain is that German immigrants brought the Hamburg steak, and somewhere between a bun and a grill in the early 20th century, it became something entirely new. Today, the hamburger isn't just a sandwich. It's arguably the single most recognizable food on Earth, a symbol of America served on nearly every continent. 20 dishes, for centuries, countless cultures, colliding in kitchens across an entire continent. From a revenge recipe in Nashville to a card game snack in Omaha to a Great Depression box on a grocery shelf, every plate on this list tells the story of the people who built it. So here's the real question. Which of these is actually your favorite? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through American food history, hit subscribe, because next time we're heading somewhere new.